If you look at Emenike's case, okay, fine, he hasn't been, scoring goals for the Super Eagles lately, but I would have thought that, it's psychological. Yes, he may have his own reasons for wanting to quit, but come on, you're just 28. It can't be that bad, whatever the situation is with you in the national team. I would have suggested or expected that he would sit down with his coaches, take a deep look at himself inwards, find out what it really is the problem. Speak with the coaches, let them, find some sort of solution and a common ground for you. There has to be some kind of way, somewhere, but he didn't do that. And all this talk of wanting peace. I don't really think anybody has had cause to complain that much about Emenike, except for his performance.
If you read Twitter and Facebook, I tried doing that last night.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bashing.
Was really much for him. Everyone was like,
yes,
tweets we
you're
can't
not scoring goals
on Facebook. It's just too much. I can't read anyone because someone says, come on, so why is he leaving? Are we going to miss him? Why is he leaving at this time? And why is he saying it? He hasn't scored for more than
there's a particular comment on Twitter along that line. I can't read the words.
So I'm actually faulting some of them because sometimes, in your national career, in your career, sometimes you have a goal drought. You're not Cristiano Ronaldo. You're not Lionel Messi. There are times the goals will not just be coming. There are times it starts coming. So I feel fine for a while. You haven't been scoring for the national team. You're still scoring for your club. You're still in top form and all that, and you feel you can still give more. So why leave at that time?
Why leave?
Why not just wait? I mean, wait for the coach and see if you can still. If you know there's so much for you to contribute to your club, definitely you still have that to contribute to your national team because you're 28th. If he was living at 30, 32
or 35,
35 is much. I'm 32, I will understand, but at 28 and you see you're living
let's throw what if and if into it. What if he had sat down with the coach and he got the picture, a picture was painted and he got look,
you will not be part of.
No, not even you will not be part. You are not a guaranteed starter in this team. So the question will now be: if a coach tells you that,
or you have to fulfill certain conditions.
Is it enough to say you're leaving?
Coaches come and go. You should know that if this coach doesn't want you, another one might come, and you will get a chance.
Exactly. You have to. We talk about fighting for your place in teams.
That's what it is. You fight for your shirt and you improve yourself.
You just have to improve yourself. Yeah,
definitely. The coach will definitely want
for me, it's bad timing.
You shouldn't feel disrespected if you was. That's why I said let's throw in if
and what if.
So he shouldn't feel disrespected if he was told that maybe next time you're not going to start, you're going to sit on the bench. I want to look at you for the next 3 months.
I think if he was told that's a huge respect because some coaches won't even
tell you.
Wouldn't even tell you. Like what happens between Steven Gerrard and of course Brendan Rodgers was that
there was a sit down.
Exactly, sat him down. Look, you're not going to be playing every game. There's some games you need to come in and all that. You're getting old and all. So the guy felt okay. Let me just stay to the end of summer and after that I'll find my level somewhere. He made his decision and it was quite clear. He didn't go on Instagram or on Facebook to do that. We followed it. I mean, there was a press conference, releases on websites and all. I felt this should have come from either from the Nigerian Football Federation or himself, calling a press conference or sending a letter to Nigeria. I don't know if he had done that, but I don't think so. Because I check NFF website, it's not there. If it was there, maybe they would have released something. I mean, sit with your federation. You're not alone. They brought you into this team. So you should know that there's a coach, there's a federation, there are people
procedures you need to follow
on it. You live in national team, you don't live like this. We talk about
such an unceremonious exit. Yeah, so you're not going to get the testimonial? Is that what it means?
I think we all of us do not agree on the reasons, but we all agree that the decision is premature.
Yeah,
it is very premature.
Yeah, it's premature.
And this should serve as a big lesson to the other players in the camp.
Please,
the other senior players.
If you want to leave,
if you're gonna leave, please do the right thing. Yeah, follow the right. I mean, because these are stars. These are well, maybe I'm tempted to use the word legend. Yeah, you're superstars. So we'll expect you to don't leave in bitterness or in rancor or whatever it is. You came in at a certain time, and you definitely will leave at a certain time. But please, when you're going to do it, please do it the right way.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
Not on Instagram, not on Facebook. It's shameful for the Super Eagles.
So
All right. Oh, well. I guess we have to leave the issue of Emenike. but you can't keep sending in your tweets on Twitter. We've got a lot of tweets, and everyone talking about Emenike. We'll get to read all of that shortly. But let's talk about the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Wasn't a good showing for Africa last night.
I've always said that in the build-up to this that I have my doubts for the African teams.
Why?
Looking at the groups and the fixtures, I could only hold vouch for this Golden Eaglet because they are the defending champions.
Okay, as in Nigeria.
But for yes, national pride and all of it. But sincerely speaking, I had my doubts for these African teams, and it's beginning to,
But Africa is the most successful continent at under-17 level.
Yes, but this time around, forget about the past records, all right?
Nigeria, and of course Ghana sometimes, so you don't have...
That is true. That is true.
This goes to show that other continents are now catching up with Africa.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
And South Africa 2-1, because with France and New Zealand, this was expected 6-1. Korea, DPR, and Russia. Russia beating Korea. Okay, I'm shocked with this result. And Paraguay and Syria. We're happy when Syria actually qualified for this tournament, but they lost to Paraguay in their opening group game. I just hope they can win their next game so that what's happening in their country, some of them
2-1, Syria. I think it's a respectable, very respectable. Who would have thought?
Better than the 6-1 bashing of New Zealand. In rugby, you're there, but in football, okay, don't play.
Let's see games to be played today. Of course, our hearts and minds.
The big one
on the screen.
Every time I see this, I'm like, I always remember what Coach Ndukambade was talking about yesterday. Saying
there will always be pressure.
And I'm sure, and I'm wondering, what would those young lads be thinking? Like, oh dear, we have to win. They say, some people will say we have to win this game. Come on.
But I like the way the group is. If you take a look at the group, it's really looking good for them.
Nigeria.
Because especially when you check the others, had to end in a draw and all that. Okay, you still have all the...
Those were the match details for the game. We got carried away there. Match details, you saw the time that's going to be played. Because of time difference, it's going to be Wednesday. I think Tuesday there, Wednesday here. In Nigeria. But that's it, the fixtures. United States take on Croatia, second game in our group. England take on Brazil. Chile take on Nigeria, and of course Korea Republic takes on Africa's other representative, Guinea. And this is how it looks in the group standing for the groups. Nigeria on top, guys.
Yeah, good one. It's what we expected.
We hope it remains like this.
We hope it remains like this.
Cecilia said, look, if we win, we might just be in the qualifier because we're going to get 6 points. It doesn't necessarily guarantee us a top place finish, but we're true to the
Let's just get through.
Because we're not going to finish third as long as we have 6 points.
We can't. There's absolutely no way.
Do the business early, Takes the pressure off.
Group B now, Korea Republic, of course, is topping that one, followed by England, Guinea, and Brazil. Brazil is shocking. Well, at least they still have a game to play. They have some games to play. You never can tell what they will spring up in the next games and all that. Group C, you have Germany, of course, expected Mexico, Argentina, and Australia. I was expecting Argentina to be second at this time. Then in Group D, you have Ecuador, Belgium, Mali, and Honduras. 3-1-1, and Honduras, of course, lost
their opening game. In that group there.
Group B, Russia topping this one, and followed by Costa Rica, South Africa, Korea, DPR, and that order. Okay, for Group F, you have France, Paraguay, Syria, and New Zealand. New Zealand, of course, conceding 6 goals in their opening game. And, of course, France got another 3 points where they want to ensure that they scored all the 6 goals against their Paraguay and Syria. Of course, Paraguay beating Syria by 2-1. Hence, you have them second. Of course, Syria third on the log in that order. For the Golden Eaglets, once they're able to win tonight, like Yemi said, definitely they are in the next round.
They have their feet firmly planted in the next round.